Hey, my Comp 2 crew. This is Casanova, your wonderful instructor. I know y'all like, man, we ain't heard from him. And, I'm like, I've been giving other classes a lot of love for the first week, so I'm going to give y'all some love. Y'all need some love. Um, so, the reason why I'm talking kind of low tonight is because I just got the kids to sleep. Well, I got the girl to sleep. The boy was pre-sleep. So, we're going to try to keep it that way as best as we can. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna explain the Worldview project to you, so that way you know which direction to go with, and you are able to do a really good job. I'm expecting some really nice things from y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into what the assignment entails. All right, let's take a look see over here. All right, so this is your assignment sheet. Um, so let's go ahead and go over what is expected for this assignment. So we're going to go ahead and focus in on the about the project. So pretty much how we view and interact with the world is affected by several factors, which combine to be known as our worldview. Our worldview influences our decisions, direction, and desires. In this project, you will explore the factors that create your worldview, where they came from, and how these factors create bias as well as connection towards others. All right. So I know many of the questions were, what do you mean by worldview? In the lectures that we did, in the lectures that we did, and that you watched, talking about diversity, intersectionality, and culture, um, a lot of that is what how your worldview is created. Family, things that you're passionate about, your faith, um, education, sexual orientation, like all these and more come together to make how you view the world, not just how you view the world, but how you interact with it. The biggest thing about this class is this is a media literacy course, pretty much. But so before you can look at other people's bias, you have to be able to look at your own. What are the things that affect how you see it and how you view the world? So, you're going to create, let's go back to the screen real quick. You're going to create a collage of at least 5 images that explain your worldview. So you have to explain. So in the 750 word essay, you need to explain how those images represent your worldview, how your worldview was shaped, and how these factors create bias in connection with others. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the collage. So you're going to create a collage using at least 5 images from using a desktop publication software such as Publisher, Canva, or Pictochart. Um, this week you're actually working through, or actually at the time of the recording of this, when this was recorded, you hopefully would have done this already. I know it's, but it's not due until tonight. So these images need to be pre-created and cannot be pictures that will identify you in any way. So I cannot stress that enough. They have to be pre-created and they cannot be pictures that will identify you in any way. No personal photos, no family photos, no pictures with you in them. On this part, you'll be graded on quality of images, design choices, and readability. So here's what I mean by that. Quality of images pretty much asks is what is being presented. Are the images clear? Are they able? Are they not pixelated? They're not just like random like cartoons you found, which you can justify it. But these are good quality images. I highly encourage you to take advantage of the fact that you get Canva for free through Canva for Education if you sign up using your Hawking email account. Okay. So sign up for Canva for Education using your Hawking email account, and you will have access to everything on Canva for free. You should not have to go to Google to find anything. Okay. Plus, if you look over the multimodality PowerPoint, we talk about the concept of fair use and all that all entails. So the images that are in Canva are already the royalty free. They're already used, already paid for. So you can just use those images. All right. And then design choices. This is the thing that messes people up the most with this project. People think just throwing pictures on a white background is going to fulfill the assignment. Now, I'm not asking you to be awesome at desktop publication. All I'm asking you to do is try, which is why you've been spending time in Canva learning how to do certain things. Okay? So, picture placement means something. The colors that you choose means something. So, every choice that you make, every choice in a multimodal design is intentional. So, I need you to come in with intention and place it, because all this creates a message. There's all this creates a usable whole. All right? And also readability. It has to make sense. This is the easiest part of the grade. Set it up in a way that it actually makes sense. Also, do not put words in it. Let This is the challenge, because people just put words in it and they're like, oh, well, no, don't put words in it. Let the pictures and the design choices speak for themselves. All right? Quality of image, design choices, readability. Do not use words on this collage. All right? So let's go back to the second part now, which is the explanation essay. And this is vital. All right. So for this next part, you'll write a 750-word essay in MLA or APA format. Now let me give some clarity on those instructions. So APA format is for natural, technical, or social sciences. If you're in the humanities, you typically use MLA. Starting in the fall, everybody will be moving to APA. We are a technical and vocational school. The majority of our majors do use AP already, so it is wise for us to move that across the board. So if you want to be ahead of the game, I would try APA out. And there are resources built into the class so that way you're able to look at how to do things in APA format. So you're writing this essay to explain how these images represent your worldview. As you write, consider these. How is your worldview shaped to include these factors? Who or what helped influence the factors? How do these factors create bias or connection? What have you gained or lost because of these factors? And are these factors changeable or negotiable, and why? These are vital questions to look at these things. Like, what role do these things play in your life? You can talk more about the thing as a whole, but really focus in on answering these questions for each image. So this essay should be at least 7 paragraphs. Introduce it, do each image, put it back together. All right. Since this is an online class, we're not going to be doing individual conferences per se, but peer edits and revisions are 100 points. So actually, I'll go ahead and jump out of here for a bit. And I'm going to take some time to really talk about peer review and peer edits. All right. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at both the collage and the essay. Now, listen carefully. Do not put your name on the essay. I'll say this again. Do not put your name on the essay for this peer edit. You're like, okay, Cass, wow, kind of strict there. Like, yeah, do not put your name on the essay just for this peer edit, because I want to keep our images a mystery. So I want people to be able to freely speak. So in this case, no names. Just submit it, submit that and the collage together since they work together. Okay. So you'll be looking at each one, looking at you'll be looking at global issues. Global issues means organization. Is there a thesis? Is the structure well? Does it make sense? Global first, then you go local. That is your grammar conventions. Okay. People just go straight for grammar conventions, but they don't look at the whole. But you also need to look at how the whole connects to the collage. So are they speaking? So are they speaking to each other? Right? If you have questions, you need clarity as you're looking at these things. Ask these things because if you're asking them, I'm probably asking them too. Okay? So this is 100 points. Please do this on time because if you don't do this on time, it affects other people. I won't put a grade on it until I said everything's done. So please be mindful of that. Please make sure to do this on time. All right, so next we're going to talk about the gallery walk. Here's the next question that everybody had. All right, so it's like, okay, well, how are we going to do the gallery walk when we're online? Easy. There's an assignment called gallery walk that when you submit it, you will also submit just the collage into a discussion board. And then you're going to look at other people's and talk about similarities and differences of experiences, things like that. Right. So you do not need to record a video presenting this thing. All you need to do is in that gallery walk, put the collage in. And then the reflection letter. This is a major part of all of our assignments. Most of y'all know this already. That for every major writing assignment, there's a reflection letter, and you're reflecting upon your process of doing this assignment. So 300 words, letter format. What were your thoughts going into this assignment? How are they confirmed or changed? What were your strengths and weaknesses? What changed from the first draft to the final draft? And how did the feedback you received assist you in making those changes? And also, what changes did you do on your own? Again, you're not limited to those questions. Be honest, be reflective. You need to hit the word mark. This whole don't just write 100 words and be like he ain't gonna notice. You need to hit the word mark. All right, and please try to have this in business level format. It needs to be submitted as a Word or PDF document. All right, so also I know that many of you are also wondering about okay how we submit this for the final draft. Actually, in general, your essay needs to be in Word or PDF. If it's anything else, I'm not touching it. It needs to be in Word or PDF format. Why is that? Because it makes it easier for your classmates and I to comment on it. I can literally go on the Blackboard, make comments, type myself within the text, rather than have to jump through hoops. All right? For your collage, it needs to be in JPG, JPEG, or PNG format. Right? For both the first draft and the final draft, they need to be submitted together. For the final draft, you only get one. For the first draft, you only get one. All right. So make sure before you submit that first draft that both of them are there. That the essay is in Word or PDF, and the picture is in PNG or JPEG. Sorry, this is what happens when you record these videos at night. All right. Same thing with the final. The final draft needs to be in JPEG. Not sorry. For the final essay needs to be in Word or PDF, and then the final collage needs to be in JPEG or PNG. Okay. So briefly, let's talk about grading really quick. All right, so pretty much your design choices are 20% of your grade. Image quality is 10%. Your thesis is 10%. Formatting and documentation is 10%. Critical thinking is 20%, and organization of ideas is 20%. Now, when we have these discussions, I don't talk about the other options, but just for you, just so you know, for those of you who have not taken English class with us yet, with Adakin yet, it's in 4 categories: excellent, proficient, satisfactory, unsatisfactory. A, B, C. Okay, we don't talk about B and C or all. We talk about A because because we want to make sure that you have an A+ project. All right, so to get an A, your collage needs to have 5 or more images that are easily readable. The design choices work together with images to create an easily readable product that effectively conveys a message with attention to audience. Accessibility and other factors. Professionalism, the written product or the presented product. Shows attention to detail. The audience shows ethical decision making and has little to no errors in grammar, punctuation based on the genre. Thesis. Assignment demonstrates mastery and conveying a sense of purpose. Thesis is strategically placed. Your thesis needs to be the last sentence of the introductory paragraph. Critical thinking. The written product shows thorough examination of prompt and thesis through self-reflection and evidence research. This leans heavily on self-reflection. So the biggest thing is you cannot just sit here and just say things to try to fill in the gap. I really want you to think about why these 5 things stand out. Why are these 5 things that you picked? And then how do they affect how you interact and see the world? All right, organization of ideas. Your ideas are presented in a clear, logical, and strategic manner, which substantiates the thesis with strong and thoroughly examined evidence. It has to make sense. Your structure has to make sense, and you have to be building to something. The formatting and documentation. This essay is written in MLA or APA format with little to no errors of pagination, header or cover page, in-text citations, a works cited or references page. I encourage you to go to Purdue OWL and look at what they have to offer. In fact, if you go to the course toolbox, Purdue OWL is in there. So, in closing, my goal for you is this. My goal for you is to really examine and think about these factors. Because when we go into the News Bias Project, you have to be able to understand and identify your bias. So that way you are much more able to identify someone else's. All right? Awesome. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I will be more than happy to help you and help you work through this project. Again, I want you to try your best. Don't just throw something together and go, "Oh my God." Nope. Do your best. Okay? All I'm asking you to do is try. All right? Have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening.